Today's question is, what are the parables? They are otherwise known as the parables of Jesus because Jesus himself spoke them, and we can find them throughout the New Testament. Parables are essentially stories. They're often quite memorable, and they use imagery and examples from everyday life. Jesus spoke these stories to help teach the disciples and the people that he was around. And so they're stories to teach us about life. They're encouraging stories that convey the way in which Jesus wants us to live. But they're also stories that tell us about the great love that God has for us. It's hard to accept something when we hear it at face value. To hear that God loves us is sometimes uncomfortable. It feels difficult to take in when we don't feel like we deserve that love. But have you heard of the parable of the lost sheep, where a shepherd had 100 sheep, but he had lost one of them? So he went searching for this one sheep, and he did not rest until it was found. This is a famous parable in the Gospel of Luke, and it shows how much God goes looking for us, how much he searches for us, that one lost sheep, because he loves us. And when we hear this in a story, we can relate, we can understand it just a tiny bit more. And so the parables are essentially stories that Jesus told us to convey deep and meaningful truths about our life, and we can read them in the Bible.